All right, guys, welcome back to Remotely Wasted. Here to talk college football with you. We've had a crazy weekend. A lot
Yeah,
of things have went down. I feel like
yeah.
the best place to start is the coaching carousel because that's what
On
I
some
mean by a
hater
crazy
shit, that's where we
weekend.
want to start.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I mean, Brian Kelly lost his job, so now LSU's open. We got Penn State open. We got two of the biggest programs in the country open right now. Florida's open. There's a heavy momentum, I feel like, with Lane Kiffin to Florida right now. I don't know how valid it is, but Lane
I think
Kiffin did like address his team about it, which I guess he doesn't normally do, which is a
yeah,
little suspicious. Like, is he thinking about it? But now he's like rumored for LSU as well.
I'd rather go to LSU.
Yeah, I would rather go to LSU too. Because first off, LSU is not even really that bad in their current state. Like they're not good,
No, they're
but they're
all,
like
all
they're
you
like
need is like a better play caller on offense and a quarterback.
yeah, and just like
That's it.
yeah, I mean the defense is pretty decent. You got pretty good like I don't know like what they have in terms of like returning receivers next year.
You just
But like
bring
they
Chambers
got some
over from
decent
fucking
ones.
Ole Miss.
Yeah, I
Easy
mean
claps.
if Lane Kiffin takes the job, we could just pretty much take everybody from Ole Miss with him.
Easy claps.
But also, if you're Lane Kiffin right now, like looking at Ole Miss, right? Like they're a playoff contender. They're 7-1. They have an easy schedule down the stretch. They're
Yeah,
probably going to
I
make the
don't if
playoffs.
they can't
Why
win
would
it
you
this year,
leave?
like can they win it can he win it with this team? I don't
I
know.
guess that's true. Like I guess it's kind of just a test to see can they actually compete because I don't think they've made the playoffs under Lane Kiffin yet.
I
I
don't
don't think
think
they ever
so.
made the 4-team playoff and they didn't make the 12-team last year. But
Nope.
they're probably gonna make it this year, like barring something crazy as far as like an upset. But I'm pretty sure their schedule down the stretch is pretty favorable.
They
South
should win all
Carolina,
those games.
Citadel, Florida, Mississippi State. Those are easy games
And
for the
it'll
most
be
part.
either them or probably Georgia playing Bama in the SEC championship.
Yeah, and then even if you lose the SEC
Which
championship,
it would probably benefit them better because like say they make the SEC championship and they lose, they would drop further in seeding than if they just didn't make it and just
yeah,
stayed with one loss. They would be like 5 compared to potentially like 11, 10.
yeah, it'll probably work better in their
Because
favor.
they'd be the highest one seed with or one last team that's not a conference champion probably. Because like, yeah, if Alabama plays Georgia, one of them would be in, the other would be further down, and Ole Miss would be just sitting there at 5. Big chilling.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of
Might not
weird
be
how
bad.
like teams kind of get rewarded for not making the conference championship. Like I feel like we kind of have that conversation every year. Like some teams get punished for losing the conference championship, and it's like, damn, these other teams didn't even make it. I don't know how that works, but it it usually works out that way for some reason. Because that's what happened
I don't
last
know.
year. But SMU made it last year because it was SMU Clemson. They lost, and everybody
Where
was
did
like, "Oh,
they?
SMU ain't gonna make it."
What spot did they put the fifth team? Because it was Boise State took a spot in the top 4. Arizona State got one, right?
Arizona State got they're the 12th spot.
And then who were the other two?
It
SEC
was
champions.
Penn State and Texas were the other two. Or no,
And
no,
then
Penn State and Georgia because Georgia beat Texas in the SEC championship.
so then the who the fuck was what's the fifth one?
It was Arizona State because Boise State was ranked higher, so they got the spot, and so Arizona got the
Well,
12th
they
spot.
see that's crazy. It should be that fifth team, whether it's the Group of Five champion or the Power Four champion, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that gets left out should be 5 automatically.
Yeah, yeah, they get the 12th spot automatically, which is
It should be 5. That way, it kind of like hampens the team. Like, say you don't make a conference championship, you don't automatically get that fifth spot. You get moved behind them, so you have a little bit of a tougher road, and maybe it gives you some more inclination to like or encouragement to try to make that title game to maybe win to get higher seeding.
yeah, I think so because it's kind of like okay, like if you're the 12th seed, first off, you're not even hosting a playoff game. which I don't see how you could be a conference champion
Yeah.
and not host a playoff game. Like you shouldn't play on the road if you're a conference champion to a team that didn't win their
No.
championship. But I think aren't they doing the seeding this year to where it's just like the top four teams and that's it. There's no
I think so, which is gonna be whack because the group of five teams always gonna get fucked over. They're never gonna host a playoff game.
they're always gonna be 12
They
and
would have to
then
be undefeated going in and look pretty good and get some love to even have a shot at the top four. Like, yeah, I don't even know.
yeah, it's not good. And honestly, I feel like they just did that to cater to the SEC and the Big Ten. That's just kind of the way things are heading. Like they're talking about adding two
Oh,
more
we're
teams.
gonna host two games in the SEC, and then the Big Ten's gonna host two, and then Big 12 and ACC are just gonna be sitting on the behind them.
Yeah, no, it's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, that's what we're looking at. Ole Miss is probably gonna make it. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like Lane Kiffin's like probably gonna leave. Like it's got that feeling.
I
Like
would.
he's just like he's such a hot candidate right now where like everybody's
I
trying to
won't
get
Lane.
him.
I won't Lane Kiffin, but I feel like he's gonna get hired before we would fire our coach. If we fire our coach.
There's just so much momentum trending towards Florida that I think he's gonna take it unless LSU is just that
And see,
attractive to him.
I don't know if he would leave the conference either. Like, we fired a coach fucking right now, and like out of those three jobs plus Penn State, so out of those four, like, and what order is like most attractive? We have the worst conference of the three, probably
Yeah, I
easiest
mean,
shot to the playoffs. If if you give a shit about that, like, do you want an easier road maybe to like make it and have a chance to win it all? Um, or do you want the challenge and like to compete in hard conferences? Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the guy, so it's like it's hard to say. It's like, what would you want to do? Obviously, I want to fucking win the championship, so I'm gonna go take this fucking big job over here, big fish, little pond, and run shit.
yeah,
Why
I
not?
think it's
Why not?
I don't know. He's so adapted to the SEC, and like once you win in the SEC, like your recruiting becomes so much easier because like just the best guys want to come play for you. I mean, if I'm ranking the jobs right now, like LSU is for sure the number one job available, and then I would say
I
Penn
mean,
State's probably two.
I would honestly maybe think about putting Penn State closer to the bottom, right? Because looking at the Big Ten, it's Ohio State at the top, number one, like program wise. Then you got, I'd say Michigan two, Oregon three, Indiana four. Penn State's probably like five now. Like attractiveness of the brand almost. Like I feel like Penn State's kind of just trended
You're
down.
talking about
Like
in the Big Ten, right?
yeah, yeah. Not like how good the programs are, but like overall, like if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah,
it's
yeah,
still
Indiana is like a newcomer, but like they look hot. They get a lot of attention. It's like Colorado last year. They fucking were immediately like one of the top teams in the conference just because of all the attention they were getting. Um,
yeah. I feel like though, like let's just say like for example, like let's say Kirk Signetti didn't sign his extension and he just like took the LSU job, right? So then you
well,
have
yeah,
the
then the Indiana would
then you have the
fall
Indiana
down.
job and the Penn State job. Like Indiana is no longer an attractive
I
place.
would still put Penn State below those other three: Oregon, Michigan, and Ohio State.
Yeah, I would definitely say that
So
because
they're fourth in their conference. Where would you put Florida in the SEC? Obviously behind Alabama, Georgia, LSU. So they're at least four,
I mean,
at
like
least. And then you got Oklahoma too. So
if you're looking at
uh,
attractiveness
and
of the
Texas.
position, Oklahoma, you
Florida's
got
at
Texas.
least six, at the highest six. Sorry, and not at least,
See,
but yeah,
you got Bama, you got Georgia. Those are like the top two most attractive ones.
LSU
And then you got LSU, which LSU might be like more attractive than Georgia, like in
maybe.
the grand scheme of college football. Where right now
Yeah,
Georgia's
if
probably
everybody
ahead.
fired their coaches and all the jobs were open, which would get the best best coach?
Yeah. So I mean, you would go Bama, Georgia, LSU, probably Texas, Oklahoma, then probably Florida. That's what I'm thinking because I maybe Tennessee though. Tennessee might be kind of floating in that same arena, but honestly, I think Florida is the more attractive overall position than Tennessee. It's
Yeah, you
got
have better
like
state, better
when
recruiting.
you get Florida rolling, it's a machine.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they made the wrong hire with Billy Napier, and they're kind of set back. But if Lane Kiffin takes over and he brings his whole offense over from Ole Miss, I mean, Florida's right back in business, and he's going to have more money, more resources, bigger school, better facilities, bigger fan base. Florida's going to be back like just like they were
Within a
probably
year or
with
two.
Urban Meyer. So I don't know. There's a lot of open positions. It's really kind of I've never seen this many open positions like that are big like
Mid-season.
this. Yeah, especially mid-season. I mean, you got when you got LSU and Penn State open right
It's
now,
weird.
and
It's
then
weird.
you got Florida. You're looking at a I mean, you got some smaller schools, but I mean like Arkansas is not like that small. It's still like a decent sized school. Florida State, might open up at the end of the season. Um
Auburn will open it up soon.
you got Auburn looking to open up. You got
I think
Virginia Tech
Auburn
already open.
probably waits till after the Iron Bowl.
Honestly, there's some schools where I
Because
think,
I feel like Auburn has a shot to be competitive in that game, and like if they beat Alabama, like it don't fucking matter what they did that season. Like that's a win. Season's a win.
and I mean honestly, I think Auburn's one of those schools where I'm like maybe like with
Auburn's
the
pretty attractive spot too.
yeah, I mean like within this level of competition, I guess for getting top name coaches. Like I feel like a lot of teams need to just wait another year before making the move. Like Florida State, I think they might just need to wait another year. Oklahoma, I think they might need to wait another year if they end up going that route. Auburn, same thing. Like cuz like it's like a game of musical chairs and someone's going to end up without a seat. And if you
Yo,
fire your coach and you do not find that replacement and you just got to settle for somebody, you're set your program back for probably years,
at least
maybe a decade. Like that, like you're
at
really
least
going
four
into
or
a dark
five.
place. And then I mean, you also got to like take into account like
What the fuck their buyout might be of your new coach.
yeah, and then on top of that, like yeah, it might be another bad 4 or 5 years, but then you got to take into account the years that have already been bad. You know what I mean? So like Florida State's had a bad couple of years. You had another 5 years. That's 7 years. That's almost an entire decade of like things
I
not
mean,
going well.
I've already been there.
So I mean, it's just like, and we've seen it with Nebraska, like how like a top team could fall into mediocrity really quick and like not find a way
Yeah.
out of it. So it's a scary time to be a fan of a team that's struggling. My team's not doing super hot, so I'm a little nervous myself.
Bro, it's the money. The money is ruining it. It's ruining everything. The coaches make too much damn money. The players are making too much money. It's not.
Hopefully this
It's
this
not an
cycle
attractive
changes.
fucking sport anymore. It's not fun. It's not fun. Like,
Hopefully this changes the way like the contracts are negotiated with the
no,
coaches
that's what
because
I was gonna say. They need the fucking all the schools need to come together and be like, all right, look, you can have buyouts, but like your buyout's gonna be dependent on like your success. Like, if in the say you have a 5 year contract, within that five, say you're on year 3 or 4, and you like maybe year 2, you won the conference championship. Okay, your buyout's gonna be higher. But if you're on year 3 and you ain't won dick, sorry, bud, your buyout's fucking 25% of whatever it was supposed to be. Or you know what I mean? Like year
yeah.
two, you ain't your buyout's $60 million, but you ain't done shit. Like you get 15. Um,
Yeah, there's got to be a different structure to it
there's no
because
way you could hold these programs hostage like this for 60, $70 million, and just see ya.
the schools are doing it to themselves. That's the crazy part about it. Like I guess the guy that hired Brian Kelly also hired
Hired
Jimbo
Jimbo.
Fisher.
Yeah, I
So he,
seen
he's
that.
like he's like on the hook for like 130 million. He cost both these programs.
That's
Like at a
fucking
certain point, like
highway
these athletic
robbery.
directors gotta like
I would sue that fucking dude
smarten up. I don't know.
just
It's
cause.
it's almost too much.
And
Like
then
it
like the school that's gonna try to start that, you're like then you're gonna be like trying to hire a coach and be like, all right, there's this clause in your contract. I mean, like we could fire you and you ain't getting all your money. You're like he's gonna be like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go somewhere else. And
yeah.
you're not gonna get a
They
top
they all
coach.
have to like band together.
It's gonna have to be something coming down. It's gonna come down from like the top, like or they all have to do it
You
together
gotta
as a
lock
collective.
arms. You gotta lock arms and be like, no, this is how we're doing it from now on. It's it's
Like we
like
can't.
it's
It's getting
just
out of hand.
and I think a lot of these coaches, like, I know we're going off on like a big tangent here, but I feel like a lot of these coaches, they get these big contracts and they're like, fuck it, I don't even care anymore. I'm just gonna take
Kind
my
of
check.
fucking.
I'm gonna half-ass it every single day because I'm getting paid anyway. Like that's kind of like the vibe I was getting from Brian Kelly. Like he never really looked like he was really that invested in LSU.
No.
It looked like he got a big check and was like, I'll just do enough
He's like,
to
hell
keep
yeah.
my job. And LSU was just like he was on a shorter leash than I thought he was on. Like I didn't expect him to fire him after three losses in the middle of the season. Like I don't know why teams are doing it in the middle of the season now. It kind of doesn't make
Well,
sense.
because I
I
think
guess because of the
signing.
recruiting. I think it messes up
I
the
think signing
recruiting.
day
Yeah.
is in like fucking the end of November. So
They need to
like
move. They just need to move that.
you need to get a coach in so they can start recruiting like ASAP. Like if you're gonna move on, you got to do it before then. That way they have incoming staff has time to like maybe flip some recruits, pull some over from their old
Yeah, and then
program.
if you're doing like a backdoor deal, like let's say Lane Kiffin is going to Florida, he's probably already recruiting guys to Florida right now if that's like what he's doing. Because that's
Yeah,
what happened. That's exactly what happened with Lincoln Riley. Like as soon as he left OU, his whole recruiting class went to USC, like almost immediately. So that's probably what's happening with a lot of guys. I'm assuming James Franklin's probably already got something lined up. He's probably already gathering recruits to go to whatever school
maybe.
he's about to go to.
I don't know,
It's
man. It's weird. Like I feel like it's smart if you can get away with it and like take the financial burden. Like I feel like now is probably the best time to do it compared to at the end of the season when everything's shaken out. But then like if you do it now and you hire somebody before then, say I don't know, say the end of the year, fucking Kirby Smart wants to leave Georgia. You're like, well, we already hired our guy. We don't got a chance to go after Kirby Smart now. 'Cause, maybe he's just tired of fucking being in Georgia, wants to have a challenge and midlife crisis type shit. Would never
yeah.
happen, but like hypothetically in the scenario, like you just fucked
Well,
yourself. What are you
well, I
gonna
mean, you're
fire your
looking
new
at
coach you just hired?
that's what I'm saying. It's weird because you're like, oh shit, I got an opportunity at this guy, and then I mean, like you're looking at Sarkeesian, like he's flirting with the NFL really hard right now.
He's gonna fucking get fired
Um,
too. He keeps fucking around.
he's like he's denying interest in the NFL, but like from what I've seen, it's like some pretty credible NFL sources are like he's trying to become the Titans head coach next year. Like
Yeah, whatever.
that's
Let's
what
see
he
ya.
wants to do. And then if that spot opens up, all hell's gonna break loose
Oh my god, yeah.
if you got all these spots open.
Every big school. If you ain't won shit in the last 10 years, you're gone. It's a free for all. Like
I think the smarter move, honestly, is to go against that though, and just kind of stick with your coach. Just to like, okay, like everybody's making these quick, like almost like I feel like short-sighted decisions just to get rid of your coach really quick. Like maybe go against the grain and just see what happens. Like Oklahoma, like maybe don't fire Venables. Maybe just give him one more year, just to
I think
see
you gotta at least give a coach five. You gotta give him five. I feel like
for
that's
sure.
plenty enough time. It affords you, the growing pains of coming in, getting your guys in, getting the old coaches people out, and maybe having a down year too. Um, but I mean, fucking, some people are past five. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's the problem. I guess we could get off on the coach thing, but I mean we're gonna keep probably talking about this every week because I'm sure next week somebody else will have gotten fired and there'll be another attractive spot open. But we could get into our top six teams for the week. It was kind of honestly I didn't even really like this weekend at all. One because my team lost. After that I was just depressed and I didn't really think there was a whole bunch of entertaining games this week. I really didn't.
Yeah, it's all right. It wasn't nothing too crazy. I still have Georgia Tech at 6. I mean, it's pretty much the same. I think I just flipped my 2, 3, and 4 around. But
See, I changed mine quite a bit at this point because like you're looking at like you're looking at teams that are like 8-0 now. Like they're really piling up wins. It's so hard to. I don't care like your strength of
it's
schedule
hard to
at this
keep them
point.
out. Like,
Yeah, so I mean, like having Georgia Tech at 6, I think is fine. I think they are a top 6 team. I want BYU at number 6. They were screwing around a little bit with Iowa State early on in that game, and
yeah,
then
I mean the
kind of
final
pulled away
scores.
at the end.
Yeah, because I think it was in like the third quarter. It was like pretty close, and then I seen the final score, and I was like, "What the fuck happened?"
They just turned it around. And
Yeah,
Georgia Tech, like, weren't they kind of screwing around at the beginning of that game, and then they kind of whooped ass.
yeah, I think it was somewhat close. Man, never mind. It
Never
was
know.
20-3 halftime.
Yeah, I guess it was just like the first quarter was close. Um, But yeah, Georgia Tech's who I have at 5. Because at this point, I'm just like, okay, like if you're 8-0, like it's just hard for me to not say you're a top team in the country. So like I did move Georgia out of my top 6. Like they're gonna play some good teams. They'll have opportunities to move up. But like looking
Yeah,
at their wins, like they got a couple of good wins. Like they got Tennessee, they got Ole Miss, but they really squeaked both of those games out. And their defense
still
is
a
just
win.
yeah, no, it's still a win. Like they're still like a top team, but it's just like there's a little bit of a question mark by them. Like they're squeaking games out. Their defense is suspect. Um, but I mean it's Georgia. It's Kirby Smart, so I can't count them out. But just to change things up for a week, I got Georgia Tech at 5.
Yeah, I got Georgia at 5 again.
Did
Number
they
4.
did they play this weekend?
Nah, I think it was on a bye. Pretty sure.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I feel like I didn't even hear nothing about Georgia this weekend.
Yeah, they got 4
Yeah,
this week.
they're on a bye. Um, for I got Ohio State.
Hey, me too.
I mean, like Ohio State, I were they on a bye too, or they just played nobody? I can't remember. I feel like they
I think they
didn't.
was on a bye.
No, they or was that this? Did they play Wisconsin this week? No, that was last week because Wisconsin scored a touchdown this past weekend,
Yeah,
and it was like the first touchdown they had scored in like 14 quarters. That's another job
disgusting.
that's about to become open is Wisconsin.
I
But
would
yeah, I
hate
mean
that. I don't hate that
Ohio
job.
State is just like they're good. They haven't really messed up at all. Defense is looking phenomenal. Very
I ain't really,
talented team.
I ain't really played anybody.
That's like the big thing with Ohio State for me right now is like the strength of schedule isn't really there at the moment.
They ain't played
And
nobody.
it's not going to be there until Michigan.
Yeah, now at this point, like Penn State's ass, Purdue's ass. UCLA got brought back there with a fucking
Got
bullet to the head,
destroyed.
double tap to the back of the head from Indiana. They
They
was
got
like, "Oh
destroyed.
yeah, talk some more shit." Yeah, so and then Rutgers ain't shit. And then yeah, this schedule is terrible. Um, yeah, terrible. Texas is not great. They're not good. They
Yeah,
should
so I
have
mean
lost.
it's not looking good. 3 I moved A&M up to 3. They really dominated LSU down the stretch. It was close, like I think it was like halftime it was kind of close. Or maybe it was like the end of the first quarter, I can't remember. But then they just started whooping their ass. And Marcel Reed just like he was running all over them. He
He's
was
a
he was
menace,
throwing
dude.
he was throwing pretty good. Their defense looks really nice with Mike Elko. They were playing in Death Valley, which is like crazy to me. Like
They beat
to
the fuck out
pull
of
off
LSU.
that. Like who
They
does
whooped
that
their
in
ass.
Valley? Like I feel like nobody does that.
Not super often.
I'm kind of getting sold on A&M. Like every week that goes by, I'm like, okay, A&M like looking pretty good. They still kind of in the same situation as Ohio State though. They haven't played like a ton of great competition. I just think it's slightly better.
I mean, Notre Dame's getting better every week, and
Yeah,
the further they
that's their big
climb
win.
is helping them. Um, and then I mean, yeah, pretty much, pretty much.
But I mean like some of those teams aren't complete scrubs. Like Arkansas, Auburn, like Auburn's like only lost by like one score in all their losses. Jackson
They're
Arnold
they're
finally
still
got
a good
benched.
they're still a good team.
Yeah, and with Jackson Arnold getting benched now, like they're rolling with a new quarterback, like they might get better. I don't know why it takes teams like halfway into the season to figure out that he's
Well, I
not
mean,
good.
it's like once you do it, you kind of can't come back from it. So like you got to really make sure it's the thing you want to do because you can't really
Yeah,
unbench somebody. It's like they're gonna not.
he's gonna transfer as soon as he bench him. Like there's no coming back from it. I feel like
Yeah, it's weird. And then if you put him back in, then your backup's like, what the fuck?
yeah, then you're gonna lose both of them potentially. Like that's
Potentially.
happened before, and it's a rough situation for Auburn to be in right now. But yeah, Texas A&M at three. Who do you got at three?
I got Bam at 3.
Okay, so you're still going with they got a loss. They did struggle quite a
They
bit.
they should have lost.
That was atrocious.
Or
Like
maybe
the
not lost, but
ending.
like that game should at least went to overtime. At least they South Carolina fucked that all up.
See, I didn't
Uh,
watch all of that game. So like, how did like Bama actually look? Like, where were they struggling? Like, which
they were
sides of the
on
ball?
offense. Like Ty Simpson didn't have his best game. Like he was struggling. Um, South Carolina's defense was getting after him, and then they tied it up. South Carolina gets the ball. I don't even remember how much time was on the clock. It was under 2 minutes. And Sellers is running the ball and like gets tackled and like gets knocked out like right before he hits the ground. And then the dude that tackled him's like on top of the ball. Big motherfucker. There ain't no way
Oh
he'd have
no,
been.
I was watching that play. Yeah, because he
Yeah.
didn't
And it
even
was,
realize he was on top of the ball for a minute,
yeah.
and then he was like, "Oh
Um,
shit, I got the ball."
and then they get the ball and they're like already almost in field goal range. If South Carolina could have just got a stop and got him to 3-0, like the kicker might have missed. Like Alabama's kicker's not great. He's missed a couple from I think 40 plus. So still could have pushed it to overtime if you could have just played some better defense. But yeah, that's like the first game they've looked like they've struggled since their week 1 game. So the team's not they're not unbeatable.
Yeah, I mean they showed they're human. I mean we've seen it twice. We saw it earlier in the season against Florida State. Thought it might be a fluke. Maybe it wasn't as much of a fluke now that we're seeing them struggle against South Carolina. Because I will say South Carolina has been awful almost this whole season. Their O line's not good.
No,
They've got like a decent D line. Like they got a really good D lineman. I can't remember his name. Is it Dylan Stewart? That sounds right.
I don't know.
But he's really good. He's probably going to the league, but they've mostly been struggling. So to see Bama struggle against South Carolina, it's eye opening. But I will say it's a night game at South Carolina. Kind of like it could have been a mental thing. I remember like watching game day, and Kirk Herbstreit and Nick Saban were like, "We really need to see what Bama looks like against these like lower teams because it's like a culture thing. It seems like under DeBoer, like when they're above a team, they play down to their competition, and
It seemed like it.
they all really only go good against like teams that are like equal or maybe better. So maybe like they have a cultural issue and maybe they drop one down the stretch. It could beat Oklahoma,
Maybe. I mean,
hopefully.
they almost got caught lacking pretty bad. See, they got LSU this week. Who knows? Maybe with the new interim coach, they got a new coach or not coordinator, play caller, Alex Atkins from Florida State. He's their offensive coordinator for this game.
Interesting.
Um, we'll see. If they come out just cooking, maybe he wasn't our problem. But his offensive line recruiting is bad. Um, but yeah, if they play like that, LSU's not a gimme. OU's definitely not a gimme. And Auburn on the roads, anything
But it's not
but.
going to be in like I said, Auburn's
It don't
only
matter who the
loss.
fuck they got it. They can have no quarterback, just run Wildcat, and it still is going to be a close game,
And
probably.
they're not bad. They're not a bad team. Like they just
No.
they've had a rough schedule. Um okay, so that's you got Bam at three, I got A&M at three. Um I got Indiana at two. They're definitely passing the eye test. Um Looking good. They had a really dominant win this weekend. They've got a good win over Oregon for now. I don't know how good Oregon is. You got Indiana at one.
Who the fuck do you have it one?
I got Bama at one.
Oh, okay. I was like, this same thing happened last week. I'm like, who the fuck is number one if Indiana's two?
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I
I still like Bama's like 4 game stretch they just went on
yeah.
despite this struggle.
And
against.
they still, at the end of the day, they still got the win. So it doesn't matter how much you win by, how much they struggled by. They got it done. So props to them. But um, yeah, I got A&M 2, Indiana 1. Indiana just looks fucking incredible.
Yeah,
I,
I mean,
I I
like,
get they're not playing like crazy teams, but like still, um,
who were they
yeah,
playing this weekend that they beat like 55-0? Who was that?
UCLA
Yeah, it was UCLA. So they destroyed UCLA. They beat
killed them.
Oregon. They've destroyed pretty much everybody they played since like week one, aside from the Oregon game. And I want to say like
I mean,
I mean
even
they
in
won
that
by
game, they
10
still
points.
dominated them. It was the Iowa game that they struggled a little
That
more.
I the Iowa game they struggled in, which I mean Iowa's got a great defense. Indiana also has a great defense. Like Indiana's defense is not being talked about enough. Like it might
No,
be like one of the best in the country, if not
I
the
mean on
best.
on paper and statistically, they're probably they're top 10 at least. Uh, I mean, who knows if that lines up to being the case? Like, I know they mentioned it against an OU's game, how you guys' defense was, top of the fucking statistics for a bunch of categories. But then there was like, they haven't really played anybody super great yet. Let's see this week. And the even Venables was like, yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like, we really don't know how good we really are. So could kind of be the same thing with Indiana. Maybe they just
But the problem with them is
but
like
holding Oregon to 20 still like that looks really good. Like that's the outlier there is like, yeah, that's pretty good.
that looks good. I mean the issue I guess with that is like we're not gonna know like for the rest of the season. Like Maryland has an okay offense. Like
It'll be against Ohio
they're
State in the
decent.
Big Ten championship when we find out on both of those teams if Michigan
And
just isn't great.
I kind of feel like in the Big Ten championship, like if they're both locked up for the playoffs, like they're probably gonna be playing each other real like not wanting to show their playbook, not wanting to show a whole lot of looks. It's
Nah, if
gonna
I'm
be kind
Indiana,
of
fuck that. Like I want to win the Big Ten. Like they've
I mean
never won it.
I hope so.
They've never
But
won it.
I don't know in this climate I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean Kurt Signetti seems like a competitor, like he would
He's
just
a
want to
winner.
win.
He's a winner.
It would mean a lot for Indiana. Like Ohio State, they don't give a shit about a Big Ten championship. They give a
If
fuck about
Indiana
Michigan
wins
and
the
national
Big
championship.
if Indiana won the Big Ten and loses in the playoffs, like that's a win for the program. Like that's huge. Um, like having something to show for the past 2 years, all the wins that they've got. It looks way better than having 2 years with all these wins. No, nothing to show for it, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Um,
because like a Big Ten championship's a huge deal.
yeah,
Like it's
I mean, like
like
we beat Ohio State. They can say all they want. Oh, we weren't trying. We didn't really give a fuck. Well, that's not my problem. Recruiting is gonna say otherwise because I'm stealing your shit.
yeah. I mean, I think it's a big opportunity for them. Hopefully, they don't fall asleep at the wheel, down this 4 game stretch. I mean, like none of these
Yeah,
games look dangerous at all. Like Maryland's got like a
I think Maryland's
halfway
probably the
decent.
best chance to catch him slipping, or on the road at Penn State if Penn State defense comes out and plays, lights out. Like might look like that Iowa game there. Um, Tougher environment to play. Could be sold out. It depends on if the Penn State fans have just given up on the year or not. Um, did Penn State play this weekend? Did they lose again?
I don't think they played this past weekend. So they haven't they I think that was last week they lost to Iowa.
Yeah, they were on a bye, so
So I mean they're not in a good
I mean
place.
they're gonna lose this week too. So it'll be five, possibly six, maybe even seven. Could be eight. They probably beat
Yeah,
Rutgers. They might lose 8 in a row. Fucking crazy.
preseason like top 5 team. I think that coaches poll
I
they're
think
number
they were
one.
number. I think they were number two, weren't they?
Yeah, I think they're number two AP, probably number one in coaches poll because
Because was
Texas
Texas
was number
one?
one
Yeah,
AP poll.
Penn State
Yeah.
was two. That's right.
Oh, and that's one thing we didn't mention is this is the last week of AP. Next week's when the committee comes out with their rankings. We're gonna
I'm.
see where they
You'll get
defer.
screwed over.
Like I'm hoping like a couple of things I'm looking at that I'm hoping is like different between the AP and the committee is like Notre Dame. Like I hope the committee is a little
Them
bit
motherfuckers
harsher on
better
Notre
not
Dame.
be anywhere above 10. Unless some of these other teams up here start losing like this week. I mean, I don't even know who plays this week, but I guess we'll see in the next episode. But yeah, if none of these teams above them lose, they better not be above. I'm like, I don't hate them being above Texas Tech, but they do not need to be higher than 12. No
I'm almost
fucking
like
no
maybe
shot.
they don't honestly like looking at this like if Tennessee wins against Oklahoma this weekend, they should probably jump Notre
Yeah,
Dame.
absolutely,
Because I mean,
absolutely.
both two losses, but Tennessee's wins are a lot stronger than what Notre Dame has at the moment. They've got USC, and
That's it.
that's it. I mean, yeah, that's yeah. None of those other wins are worth a shit. They got Navy, that'll be
Oh,
impressive.
they'll
They'll
put
be ranked that
Navy in.
week.
Yeah,
They'll
they'll
be
put
ranked that
Navy in.
week.
Actually, it'd probably be this week. If Navy wins this week, they'll finally put them in, and they'll probably put them all the way up at
They
fucking
will do
20.
that. They will do that just so Notre Dame can have another ranked win.
Oh, 100%.
That's the only reason they'll do it.
100%. Disgusting
uh,
work. And then
it's
they're gonna
pretty
keep
terrible.
USC up here as long as possible,
Yeah, to
just for
reward.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, and just for the rest of I don't know who USC has, but I'm pretty sure they probably got some more Big Ten teams that the committee would love to prop up. Oregon. Um, that's really it. But that will look good for Oregon at the end of the year. Yeah, I don't know. I hope the committee just changes some things up. I know they're not going to be very high on BYU or Georgia Tech. They're just never.
Well, and because they don't have anybody left to play. Like, I mean, obviously, if they win out, they'll be in, but like,
Yeah.
they're not
But
gonna give them
they're
any
not going to
extra
be
help.
singing their praises. Like
No,
when we watched the actual episode next week, like when Kirk and all of them are talking, they're going to be just talking shit on Georgia Tech and BYU. They're just going to be praising Ohio State, even though they haven't really played nobody.
A&M.
I'm
They will
not
talk.
saying they're not good, but
They love A&M right now.
oh yeah,
Kirk, when he calls out A&M games, it's like, oh, I've known Marcel Reed for so long, and I've known his family. Like nobody gives a fuck. I mean that's cool. You can say it like one time, but like every single time I've heard him call an A&M game, he's talked about it. I mean, granted, it's probably only been twice, but both times I've heard him last year and this year, same fucking like same shit.
I have such
That
a
way, it's
like
not like
love
your
hate
godson or
relationship with
something. Like
Kirk. Like
that must be his
I
godkid.
like Kirk because he's so informative and he knows so
I
much
do,
shit and
I
he's
do
just like
too,
a
but like,
he's a what's it called he's like a cultural figure in college football, but he's also fucking annoying like at the same time. It's like a
yeah.
love hate. Like and he always talks shit on like the teams that are like
There was
not in the SEC or Big 10 basically.
which team was it? I think they was talking about A&M. Yeah, they were showing like their next four games, and they was going through, and then on the thing it had just a logo and said Sam, and Kirk was looking at it. He just like blinked. He was like, like he's like Sam. He like was like, who's that? I don't even know who that is. And Fowler was it Fowler?
Yeah, Chris Fowler.
He was like a Sanford. He's like, yeah, you Kirk just looked like he was fucking empty. Like he was defeated. But that shit like it made me laugh so hard. He's like, "What the fuck is that?"
Kirk's been low key hilarious. Like I don't know if you saw that shit where he's like his like sons are like trying to get him to sneak in like random ass
I
lingo, and
was gonna say
he's
chopped
like
once,
the Eagles are chalked, man.
and then you're like, they all looked. It was funny.
That's just he has to sneak in or farming at some point this year. I don't know how he's gonna do that. I feel like there's a
Uh,
lot of
you
opportunities,
could put it on like
honestly.
when one of the players are like celebrating like after school.
He's or
He,
farming right.
he's down there really just oil farming right now. That's like the perfect
uh,
scenario to use it. He could have
that's
used
just
it last fucking on Saturday after Marcel Reed touchdown. Dude had four of them.
yeah, he could. He's had so many opportunities he could use aura farming. Yeah, game day. I've heard like Pat McAfee's not really getting along very well with like the ESPN higher ups. So I don't. I like. It seems like he might not come back next year. I hope he does.
He's the
Um,
best thing to happen to game day in forever. Like
I mean he's cool. I wouldn't go that far, but I mean like
I think he's fucking hilarious. He just brings energy to it. Like
he kind of replaces what we lost with Lee Corso.
And
like that
it
fun
takes
energy.
away like the boringness of it. Like yeah, okay, everybody watches game day because they want to just see the festival of the thing, the event.
The campus,
Um,
yeah, like the campus environment.
and to hear all these fucking jackasses talk about their whatever, their opinions, and it just adds something different to it to separate it. Because like if without that, it's just the same, 4 or 5 dudes talking about it with a guest picker. It's the same damn thing as Big Noon Kickoff. Like they're the same thing at that point. Um,
Yeah, I mean he does bring like he brings a level of fun that like we hadn't seen since Lee Corso started getting old. Like
yeah, and like
once like
amping the
when Lee Corso
crowds
was
up,
young, it was
or
it was real fun because he would
yeah,
like do crazy shit, put the mascot heads on, just be silly. And I like that like he'll jump on the chair and like lead the chants and
or he's like
the
trolling the
kicks.
crowd. Yeah, it's fucking
Did
hilarious.
you watch that one where he was like, you know what? If Kirk could just throw it through the upright, we'll give it to you. And Kirk was looking at him like, fuck, dude, like you're wasting so much money. I like
He's always like volunteered his money. It's just hilarious.
he's always like, not no, we're only doing one kick. Did you watch the kick this weekend?
Oh, the motherfucker drilled it. That dude probably could have hit a
Drilled that
50.
shit. Cause he was
That
like,
dude,
we're only doing one for this week. But almost
yeah.
every week he's like only one kick. And then like they do like 2 to 3 kicks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I don't
kid,
know. I heard he's not getting along very well because
because
I think
ESPN's fucking
he's just
boring.
he's also airing too much of like his issues with the ESPN people like on air. And they're like, well,
Yeah.
a lot of these people aren't even on air to like respond to it. You know what I mean? So it's like a
He
sided
brought
thing.
out the Chauncey Billups thing on Saturday.
That shit was hilarious.
Oh, I think it would be a mistake to get rid of him. It really would.
Yeah, I mean it really just depends on if it sours or not. But it was getting stale when it was just like of course it was getting old and he wasn't really even
He's just
on every week.
yeah, he's just there.
Um and then you had David Pollock, which I did like David Pollock, but he's not really like a personality like that.
He's just another
Like he
Desmond Howard.
like Desmond doesn't really have a crazy personality. Neither does Reese. Like Reese is cool. He
He's
brings
just a
like
narrator.
he keeps things like together, like organized. But really, like Kirk's like really the only interesting one I feel like on the panel. Even Nick Saban, as smart and knowledgeable as he is, he's not like a fun guy to watch on
No,
TV. You
it's
know
like
what I mean?
his personality is like just real, just blunt and stale. Like he's a cool guy and he knows his shit, but it's like he don't have he doesn't sound good to listen to.
I wish they would bring on like maybe like one other guy that's a little bit more fun, just to like keep like somebody to match Pat's energy a little bit. Because I feel like it's like just him with the energy, and like Kirk sometimes is like kind of
I
cool.
mean, I don't know. I think they like it. And I think Pat's kind of like bringing Saban out of his show a little bit because he's always kind of fucking with him a little, like trolling him. Um,
Nick Saban's actually had some moments though where he like is joking around and you're like, what the fuck? Like this guy could joke.
yeah, I feel like he's opening up more, especially sitting next to him. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the celebrity pickers also kind of help lighten the mood as well.
Yeah, I mean, some of the celebrity pickers just suck. I feel like most of them,
Not all of them are good, but like you get like a Shane Gillis every now and then or like a Theo Vaughn. Um,
and I feel like they bring
Timothy
back the
Chalamet
same
killed that
fucking
shit
people
last
every
year.
year. Like, is it just me or does it feel like it's the same people? Like,
No, I mean I think it is because like I'm pretty sure Shane
I don't
Gillis
know.
came on last year and this year. Um, and maybe that wasn't this year. I don't know. Theo Vaughn definitely came on last year, and then
Theo Von's hilarious though.
he came on this year.
Talk about
I
getting
don't.
pink eye from binoculars.
I bet you
Like
honestly, it's
what?
probably because like college football is like it's really not that big of a sport, like in the grand
Yeah,
scheme of things. So
it's
it's
not.
probably hard to find like celebrities that are actually into it like that. Timothy Chalamet was my favorite one like last year because he knew
But he
his
was
shit
dialed.
and it was hilarious too because like you just didn't expect him to like he would know like some random schools like quarterback or something. I'm like I don't know if they prepped you
You're like, wait a minute.
or what, but you definitely studied this at home before you came in here if you didn't actually know. But maybe he just knows
He
like that.
he knows ball.
Yeah, I guess we're kind of going off on a little game day tangent, but I mean it's college football. It's like a big part of it. Hopefully McAfee stays. Big noon kickoff. They've been trying to copy off of his energy with Dave Portnoy. It's not working.
No.
I wish Big Noon Kickoff would just like not be there. Who watches it? Like who
It's
actually
on
watches
a,
Big Noon Kickoff?
I don't, unless the game day's on a commercial, and then maybe flip over and see if the game started yet.
I don't know if I've ever watched Big Noon Kickoff in my entire life.
And not a whole one. No, I've seen like some of it.
I might have seen like the very end when I switched to a game that's just about to start, and I just see the
Yeah.
very last part
See
of.
fucking Urban Meyer up there yapping his gums.
Yeah, who wants to see Urban Meyer? Like their cast kind of sucks. It's like it's Urban Meyer, Dave Portnoy, is it Mark Ingram on there right now?
I think
Um,
so.
he's okay. But he's really not that good. Is it Matt Leinart? Maybe he's on there, and I don't like him.
They need to get Stephen A on there.
They got
But
him on everything.
if game day got Stephen A with a McAfee up there, that shit would be hilarious.
If they got him as a guest picker just one time, it'd be a classic.
What's his team? Does he have a college team?
I feel like he doesn't.
I don't know.
I feel like he probably went to like some like fucking Ivy League school or something like that.
Yeah.
But that would be. I mean, shit. He talks about college football every day. He could just come on to like any episode, really. Like big
Yeah.
game, just have him on there. Him and McAfee would be hilarious together.
It would be funny. Stephen A is
Um,
he's pretty funny. He's annoying as shit, and he's got some terrible takes, but I still think he's funny.
I think he's good at his job. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, he's like
he's
he's very well prepared for the most
he's
part.
like he's annoying, but like it's his job to be annoying. I feel like that's it's a character.
Oh
He's
yeah,
built up. Like I don't think he means half the shit he says. He just knows it's gonna bring in the ratings, so he's just doing what's
hot
gonna get
takes
him.
and being an
It's gonna
asshole.
it's getting him paid. I can't even blame the guy. I really like the guy. I've watched a lot of interviews of him. I think he's a cool guy. He's a smart guy. Got an inspiring story.
Got the
But
bag.
he's cool. I mean, he made a good point where he was like, not everybody could be LeBron James. He was like, but anybody could be Stephen A. Smith if they just like grind. And I was like, that's fair. Actually, that's cool.
Yeah,
Really just grind and do your thing. Like you not everybody's gonna be athletic. Not everybody's gonna be 6'8" and could dunk, but anybody
everybody,
could do what Stephen A did
most people can talk.
if they worked to it. If they
Yeah,
worked for it.
almost everybody can speak.
He had to grind and like write and do all that stuff. But
Fuck that. Writing
um
sucks.
I guess we could get into Heisman. I haven't had a lot of movement on mine this week. Um it was really hard to even form a top five. Um Five I went with Haynes King. I don't know if you got Haynes King on your list. I figured you might, or that'd be like someone you're strongly considering. Jeremiah Love, he's having a hell of a year.
I think mine's pretty much the same as last week. Maybe I don't know if I had Pavi on there last week, but
We have the exact same top four. Oh, no, you got Haynes
oh,
King. Never mind. You
he's at
got
5. I just had to.
okay.
I mean, I wanted at somebody else that's not a quarterback, so I just keep Jeremiah Love on there. He's gonna bring up the rear until he
So you got six on your
maybe
list.
inevitably explodes to climb
So
higher.
we
But
have the exact same top five then you. Yeah, I mean Jeremiah Love's honestly he's having a great year. You hand him the ball, he's averaging 6.1 yards a carry. That's like almost a first down every time he touches it. You're looking at 2nd and 4 every time he touches the ball.
almost 10 and a half
Um,
yards of reception per reception. That's
and
almost a first
he's
down every time you throw on the wall.
he's
Or that is
like
a first down.
really he's good on a screen pass. Um,
He's too
that
damn
looks like
good.
they didn't play this weekend, but he's running it up. I what year is he? Is he a junior?
He's
He's
going.
going
Yeah,
he's going to
100%.
the league. 6 foot,
Especially
214.
after his injury last year, like this, he'll be probably
Shit.
second round, maybe at the latest.
Let
I don't know
him
if he goes
bulk up like
first,
another
but
20 pounds.
oh, he's fucking insane.
Like get
But
him up to like 230. Shit. Yeah, I got Haynes King at number 5 as well. Um
19 total touchdowns. I said he needed to get the passing touchdowns up. He got 3, and then 2 rushing, so 5 total this past game.
See,
And
I think
that's
he's capable of passing. You know what I mean? Like
hey, he
look at
threw for 304.
his QBR is fantastic. He doesn't throw bad when he does throw. He just doesn't throw very often.
I mean, He throws an average amount.
It's kind of hit or miss. Like,
He
he's got
averages like
games.
20 attempts a game ish, 20 to 25.
Yeah, I mean, which is
Couple
solid.
couple outliers there, but this past week that 42 against Wake, but it was an overtime game. Um, I mean, it's not the way they run their offense. You don't really need to throw the ball a lot. Um, yeah, I mean, when they play a better team and they're down, he's gonna have to throw it more. But we'll see when they play Georgia. It might be too late at that point to see something. But I mean, if he could beat Georgia, that's a big Heisman moment. So I don't think
I
he's
just feel
out of
like
the.
you're undefeated. Like, you beat
Yeah,
Georgia,
you
you
got
win the
that going for you.
ACC. Like, it's gonna be hard to keep them out. Now these other four guys we have
Yeah,
ahead of them are
I
gonna
don't think
make
it's
it
over
tough.
for him, but it's not gonna be easy. He might need some help. He might need these dudes. Like if Pavia loses another game, he's probably out. Um, that
He didn't have the best game against Missouri. Honestly, like it was
no, he didn't.
pretty mediocre. But he's just like he's had big games and
And
he's getting these
and
signature
Pribula
wins.
got hurt, so like they could have lost this game.
That and like you're also looking at like I feel like there's a little bit of a bias for Vanderbilt and Diego Pavia just a little bit to where like we're rewarding them hard as fuck for doing things the program has never done before,
Oh,
which
100%,
fair or
100%.
not fair, but I don't know, but like I'm
They're
doing
a
it.
Cinderella team.
Like I feel like Pavia kind of is like responsible for taking Vanderbilt to this next level.
Yeah,
Like
without
I
Pavia,
don't I
they
don't know if they elevate to this level without Pavia. I don't see it. Like he should
I don't
probably
think
get a
so too.
statue outside of the stadium. Like
Well, like
they've never had a player like this.
this is Heisman shit. Like this is what Heisman's are. Like these types of players.
Yeah, they
Um,
transform a program.
and what he's done, him and the coach. Which is why he's up here on this list. I mean, I'm sure there's probably 10 other quarterbacks with better stats on different teams, but they're not
It's,
a one-loss SEC team that's taken a Vanderbilt team to the top 10. This is the second highest ranking that this team's ever had. It's kind of nuts. I guess the highest they've ever been 7. So if Vandy makes
and
it
that was
past
in like
7,
not what 1933 or something
yeah, I
crazy
think it
like
was in the
that.
30s or the 50s or something like that. But
That's before we even were like the shotgun hadn't even been invented yet. It was just like I formation and like wishbone type stuff.
yeah, exactly. Running the triple option and shit. That probably wasn't even invented at that point. Um, so yeah, Pavia is like the definition of a Heisman. Like this is what it should be, which is really cool to see. Same with
I mean, if
Mendoza.
he wins out, like I think he's got a very strong because I mean Vanderbilt is quietly fighting for a spot in the SEC championship. Nobody's
Yeah.
talking about it as much as like Georgia, Bama, A&M, but they've got a path forward to the SEC championship. And if Vanderbilt wins the SEC, he's probably getting it. Like I don't see how and he would have to probably beat Marcel Reed or Ty Simpson in
Well,
the
and like,
championship game to get it.
when you think about all these dudes, like Haynes King, Georgia Tech without Haynes King is nothing.
Yep.
They weren't great before he got there. I mean, they weren't like super good last year, but it was pretty solid. They just got better every single year. Um, I mean, outside of 2023, like he had a slightly down year, but he's on pace to pass his stats for last year. So like he's gotten better. I wonder what the record was this year. Doesn't say. I forget he was at A&M.
Yeah, I mean, he was at A&M that one year. They were like preseason, like ranked 4 or 5, and
Jesus
then kind of
Christ,
went downhill.
that's terrible. 16 picks. Fuck.
He's really cleaned up the interceptions though as the years have gone on, and I think a lot of that's due to like them more turning him into more of a running quarterback,
Yeah.
relying on the running backs as well. Georgia
Well,
Tech's in a good spot with Haynes King, and I'm excited to see what they do. I feel like they don't have a tough schedule. They got a kind of an easy route to the ACC championship. It's probably gonna be Miami, maybe Louisville, maybe Virginia. Like you got a few teams up
probably
there.
one of those three.
but I would
Yeah.
say like probably Miami, like probably, but you don't know at this point. They
Yeah.
struggled early on against Stanford, but then they ended
It
up
gave me a glimmer of hope. And then they soiled it. But like I was
putting it
saying,
on.
uh Georgia Tech without Haynes King ain't shit. Bandy without Pavia ain't shit. Uh I mean obviously Marcel Reed is really good. A&M's had success, but they've never won anything other than a Heisman with Manziel. But like, is Marcel Reed like that? Is he the A&M savior? Is he gonna lead them to the Holy Land? They
He's only a sophomore, which is scary.
and so like A&M without Marcel Reed's probably not where they are. Ty Simpson's bringing Alabama back, playing really well. Mendoza, Indiana was nothing before Signetti and that. I mean, they was good. Mendoza wasn't there last year, was he?
No, they had a Burke. Was that his name? No.
I can't remember, but
He
Indiana
was decent. He was decent.
there's elevated to a higher level with Mendoza. So like, I'm not saying Indiana without Mendoza would be bad. So like,
No,
they
because
could probably
they were good
they could
last
have another
year.
quarterback. But like, I guess out of this list, Mendoza probably means the least to his team. Well, and Jeremiah Love, but uh,
Yeah. Well, I mean, because you got to kind of look at these teams and like their history. So like I feel like Signetti, like we've only seen like really got a 2 year taste of what Signetti's like in the Power Four, but we've seen him be good with it was Rourke, that was his name. Um Rourke, like we saw him be good with Rourke last year. Mendoza's elevated it, but is like the Signetti just bring the best out of quarterbacks? Is he like another quarterback guru? Do we gotta? I don't even know if he calls offense. Quite honestly, I don't know like what side of the ball he comes from. I think he was kind of involved in both sides.
maybe just the
Um,
system in place is just built for success. Um, and who knows?
yeah,
Like the offense could just be that really good, and it's good for a quarterback.
yeah, I would say like the top two, like Mendoza and Simpson, like they both come from really good systems. Like Bama, yeah, they got DeBoer, and it's like different from the Saban like system. But even DeBoer, he put Michael Penix in the league. And then you look at Bama, the school itself. You're looking at guys like Bryce Love, to Jalen Hurts to a certain extent, if you want to say he's Bama. Um,
Like 50-50.
it's like they're a top three quarterback in a like to NFL pipeline. Oklahoma, USC, Bama, and whatever order you want to put those in. And Indiana's looking like they might turn into that. Like we'll see. Rourke
I
didn't
mean,
get drafted,
he,
I don't think. So
I think he got
if he
picked
did,
up
it
by
was like
somebody,
late
but
round or something.
like
Mendoza,
Mendoza
I
will
don't know
definitely.
if he gets
He
drafted
might
or
be
not.
the number one quarterback off the board. Like this quarterback class is ass. It's
This
bad,
quarterback class is terrible.
and like you got to think like, uh, if I'm Mendoza and like they at least win the Big Ten, I'm gone. I'm going. Ty Simpson, he's probably going. He could maybe be the number one quarterback.
I would take him. Like he's probably the most like
I would
promising
too.
prospect.
He looks really good. Marcel Reed's probably coming back.
I don't know if
Pavia,
he's a true sophomore or not.
Pavia,
Pavia is probably like a late round pick or
kind of
something.
niche. Haynes King, he might not even get drafted. And then like all the top preseason quarterbacks, Nussmeier, damn sure ain't going in the top 2 rounds.
Klubnik, Arch,
Klubnik,
Arch ain't
yeah,
even going to the league now. Um,
I think Lagway was eligible to go. Oh, but yeah, it's like, why would you take any of those dudes over these guys unless like something's jumping out to you, maybe with their mechanics, and you think they would fit your scheme, and like you can make them better, but like, why? Oh, fucking Beck, Carson Beck too.
I feel like he's still like kind of he could go high.
Yeah, I think he could, but like, should he? I don't know. He's got a turnover problem.
NFL teams are weird because they look at really dumb stuff like,
They do.
oh, his throwing motion and his height and all this shit that's like it's kind of important, but it's not because like Mahomes throws sidearm as fuck. Like he don't even really throw like a
And
quarterback's supposed to throw.
you can like reteach throwing, like almost to a little bit of extent. Like if you just have like absolutely terrible throwing mechanics, like it's kind of probably hard to coach that out. But like if for the most part you have it down, but maybe your arm's just a little weird. You could coach that to like where you want it. Um, maybe not like one season, but like I don't
It
know. I guess
could
it just
it
depends.
could happen.
Because I'm
I
pretty
don't know.
sure they redid Team Tebow's throwing. Um,
Yeah, honestly, I thought like had they not cared so much about that, I think Tebow would have been like way more successful. Like he was pretty good the first year, and that's what I'm talking about. Is like they just look at dumb stuff. Like look at Baker Mayfield. Like that was the first time I seen them just ignore that kind of stuff. Like he's not like the exact quarterback you're supposed to look for, but they just did it anyway. And I'm hopefully they do it with one of these guys and just give him a shot over like Nussmeyer, who has a perfect like throwing motion and all this stuff. He's ass. He can't win a game. Like that should count for something.
he can't win. So you want winners or do you want dudes with good mechanics that are tall and come from big schools? I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah. Well, I guess we kind of already touched on like the bottom of the top 25. So I guess this is probably the end of our main episode. Like I don't know if we skipped over anything.
Mm,
Um, because we were looking a lot at
it's not like super crazy jumps. I mean, the top six didn't even move. Couple
Virginia was
moving.
interesting. They barely squeaked it out against North Carolina.
Another overtime. I think their third overtime win. They have more
Yeah,
overtime wins than like the entire ACC as a collective.
it's interesting. Like they're maybe a little
Is that
fraudulent.
bad or is it like a good thing? Like, okay, maybe after the first two, it was like, okay, this may be not a good thing, but like the third time they do it again, it's like, is it just like they're just finding ways to win and they're like a good team? Like, yeah, it's hard to like.
It's just a little too much. Like they might be good, but they're playing with fire too much. Like they're gonna eventually get burnt. You're looking at that with Texas. They went to overtime against Kentucky, went to overtime again against Mississippi State.
Disgusting.
You don't want to be in games like that,
That shit's
in and
probably
out.
exhausting, like mentally too.
Yeah, and especially to a team like even Virginia. Like I'm pretty sure they were heavily favored over North Carolina, and they
I
only
think
won by a
so, yeah.
point. Because North Carolina has been really bad this year. I was excited to see like Belichick have a decent game against a decent team. Like it's the first time he's really had one all year. Hopefully he could close the year out good and start next year fresh. He had 70 guys come in this year, so I
North
can't
Carolina
I
might be
can't I
open.
can't I can't blame him. He might leave. I've heard he's interested in leaving. I hope he stays. I want to see him successful in college football. I think it'd be cool. But
We'll see.
yeah, I mean Memphis hopping back in there. That's kind of a storyline. Upset over USF wasn't. I think
I
I
wasn't
picked that
expecting it.
one. I picked that one last week, but shit, they're having a year.
What a
They're
rebound.
competing for the playoffs.
You get beat down by UAB and then you beat North Florida.
I
Pretty
mean,
solid rebounds.
honestly, looking at them, I think they're the group of five team right now that would be in.
Yeah, they are.
Them or Navy is kind of the two main ones competing. You got Tulane
I'm
sitting
pretty sure
on
they
the
play each other
outside.
too. Yeah,
Oh, they played
and
Tulane and
Tulane.
Navy. That'll solve all that right there.
Yeah, and then they'll probably
I'm
play
rooting
one of
for I'm rooting for Navy.
they'll play one of those teams again in the championship.
The
So
Navy's got to play Army, which sucks because Army's
that
gonna
game's
want
always
revenge because
close.
because last year Army was good, Navy was bad, and then Navy knocked off Army, and now Army's probably itching to get back at Navy. Navy's gonna be in the
Army's
same
ass
boat.
this year.
Like maybe they could pull it off. I would love to. I would just love to see a service team make it.
Undefeated Navy.
It's
That'd
never
be so cool.
happened.
I,
Like on the big stage, Navy in a playoff game. Like that doesn't even
running the
sound
triple
real.
option. Let's send it, dude. Let's get it. That shit's so annoying. But like, I mean, the teams would have like a good bit of film on them and time to practice. So
See, that's why they should just do away with the weight limit because like that's like their strategy works amazing if you just got strong linemen that could just push people around. Like there's nothing you could do to stop a team like that.
not
Like
really.
unless you just
It's
got
very
a unless
hard.
you got a stronger defensive line. That's like all you
You
could
gotta
do.
you gotta commit like your entire front seven, and then that leaves your corners on islands almost. Because then you got the safeties creeping up too to help, and you'll catch him sleeping eventually.
Yep.
It's so fun to watch. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
think
think that's it.
that's it. We've kind of covered everything. We'll catch y'all next week and roll tide.
Roll Tide.